So it's the one and only Stevie, and I'm here with none other than Baby Blue. What's going on, girl?
Yeah, what's going on, man?
What's going on? Right, so before we talk about your new single, Bump,
Yeah.
I've got a lot of things to talk about over there.
Okay.
I've been cracking up to myself on the way here. Tell me a little bit about how you got started. Now, we all know about the Estelle situation, the John Legend situation, but you went on a 4-month tour. Just tell me how you feel about that. What went through your head?
It's mad because are you talking about when the first time? With
Yes,
Estelle?
the first
The
time.
very first time. Wow.
Back in the day.
Yeah, she went on tour with Guru, which is crazy, and it was just up and down the UK, and it was just sick. It was just like my first experience of being on the road and being on tour and seeing the people coming out to watch the shows, and it was just fun. I love being on tour.
It's not like every day you just bump into a star and go, what's going on, girl? Are you going to tour? Oh, I'll come with you. I'll just tag along, that sort of thing.
No, it was like my manager sent her my music, and she was like, come in the studio and do some songs. So I went and did some tracks with her.
Yeah, because you obviously done the collaboration tracks with her, and you jumped on it and stuff like that.
Yeah, exactly. So I was on a couple of songs on her first album, and then she was like, come on the road with me. So, yeah.
Oh, right.
So
Okay, cheers, thanks.
Yeah, I was like, yeah, definitely.
So I read about when you were younger, you obviously started rapping in school and stuff like that, and there was a lot of emotion that was going around. That's what rap is all about in my eyes.
Yeah.
Rap's about emotion. It's poetry, isn't it? It's just telling a story. Like
Exactly.
Crew, they used to tell a story back in the day, and everyone grew up on that sort of thing.
Exactly.
But as an artist, as yourself, you can sing as well, which is an extra facet to your bow. Which is, I feel, in my personal opinion, that any rapper that can sing as good as they can sing or rap is going to make it. In my eyes, that's my opinion anyway.
Hope so.
So, fingers crossed. I'm sure you'll be all right. So but your tune, your new tune, Bump, it's like an infusion of both.
Yeah.
That's the best way I can describe it. So.
Yeah.
Tell me a little bit about how you started with the rapping and the singing. And...
Yeah, I mean, well, I started off as a rapper.
Yeah.
But actually, even on my earlier mixtapes, I was singing a little bit and bringing
creeping
it in.
There with a couple of
creeping it in. And then I started working with different producers, and they were always like, well, why don't you sing more? Like, you should try it out. And then I started trying it out and doing the different styles and getting a bit more into the singing, and people just kept saying, oh, it really works. So that just kind of gave me the confidence to keep doing it, and now I definitely mix it up a bit and do a bit of both. So that's how it comes across, like you said, like an infusion of rap and singing.
That's how I find it. It's a complete infusion of, like, you don't rap too much and you don't sing too much, you just blend it in. Like you'll say a verse and it will blend into from a rap into a sing. You'll end it with a note as if you've just sung it, and you're thinking, hold on, and you rewind it. It's like, no, she genuinely did rap that, but it works so well. I've not known many artists that can do that really, really well, so I'm really chuffed for that. That's cool. But yeah, all the people that you've worked with, you have really worked with quite a range of different artists.
Yeah.
I saw that you worked with Sway, Shiesty, Miss Dynamite, Madness.
Yeah.
I was like, really figuring Sway, Shiesty, Madness. All right, fair enough.
Bit of a curveball.
Well, that's amazing.
Yeah, crazy for me, because obviously when I was a kid, I was listening to Madness, and like, they're legends.
No, of course.
And to get to work with them as I'm growing up was just crazy. So he called me and he was like, we're doing a song with Madness. And I was like,
as you do.
Yeah, and I was like, you can't be talking about Suggs Madness.
Baggy trousers and all that.
Yeah, so I was like, okay, who's Madness? And he was like, don't you know Madness? And I was like, I know Madness.
I know Madness, but I don't think you're talking about the Madness we're both talking about, but we probably are.
I was a bit confused, and he was like, Madness, and I was like, are you kidding me? I was like, these are legends to me. I was like, yeah, definitely. So I think I went to the studio that night and just laid it down, and then next thing I know, Madness were like, we're doing it as our single, so we're gonna do a video, and yeah, it was amazing.
Wow.
Yeah, I was actually playing Suggs' girlfriend in the video.
Oh, fair enough.
Yeah.
I have to go and check that out. I haven't checked it out. I need to go and check that out.
Yeah, check it out. It's quite cool.
Another artist that you work with, and a lot of people know about her anymore. I don't know, but Shiesty.
Yeah.
To me, One Wish and all that sort of thing, Kano, and all that, Jamie. I'm a massive grime artist lover from back in the day. How did you work with Shiesty? Because I think that's quite big, working with Shiesty, because I really, really love her.
Shiesty's sick. Like, I've always been a fan of Shiesty.
She's the grime queen.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, I mean, when I was coming up, she was quite big, you know.
She was One Wish.
She was doing a lot. Yeah, so she was someone who I kind of looked up to.
Yeah.
And she called me one day, and she was just like, and I was like, oh my God, Shiesty, like, and she was like, I want you to come to studio. So I was like, okay, cool, yeah, let's do something. So I went to her studio and we did a couple of tracks for her mixtape. And then there's been other things, like we did a song with Miss Dynamite, and there's just been a few collabs over the years.
So, you've had a few tunes, such as Target, obviously, everyone knows, but Magnetic Eyes, that's been stuck in my brain for I don't know how long now.
Yeah.
I've just been stuck. When I've been playing it on my radio sets, I've been playing it non-stop. I absolutely love it. Yeah,
wicked.
I'm completely addicted to it. So, Breakthrough, major solo single. Tell me a little bit about it.
What Bump is just like when you're in that moment and your heart is just beating like crazy, and you can just almost feel like it's just coming out of your chest.
Yeah.
And that's what it is. It's that bump of your heart just beating, because you know when you've got so much inside you and you've got so much emotion, you've got so much anger, and you're just so upset, and you just feel like you don't know what to say.
You're completely thrown.
Yeah, that's basically what it's about.
Yeah, so basically it's about a guy that's not reciprocating in a relationship.
Well, what really happened was that, you know, I was giving my all to the relationship, and what I thought it was not what it really was, and he was basically betraying, you know, he was doing stuff behind my back that I didn't know about, and I thought that he was giving the same back, but then I realized that he wasn't. So yeah, you know, like I think everyone goes through it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I think everyone goes through
I can relate. I can relate. I can relate. Don't you worry about that.
I've been getting a lot of messages from people saying like I really can relate to that. So
yeah, sure. That leads on to the big question.
Okay.
Was it based on a true story?
It was.
It was. Yeah. Oh, I love it. I love it even more. I love it even more that it's based on a true story.
Definitely.
Because that's what everyone want to find out. They're like, is she talking about a real life issue that she's gone through?
Yeah.
Or is she coming up with something that she may have, you know, a topic that's big at the moment, that sort of thing.
No.
But people relate to it that much more when you've gone through it yourself.
I think that's what I do. I really write about things that are close to my heart, and that's what I did. And I wasn't trying to be like really angry or get back at anyone.
But yeah, the way you've done it was
I
sweet.
just feel like I was just letting it out, what I was feeling at the time, and I think a lot of people who I know have gone through it. A lot of people who on my Twitter and stuff have gone through it. So it's always good to write about what's really going on in your life, because there's always people going through the same thing.
So it was co-written by Ina Waldson. Rodson.
Yeah.
I got it right. There we go. And she's obviously got a couple of hits herself, hasn't she? She's got a couple. Got a couple.
Yeah.
So what was it like working with her? That sort of thing. And how did it work?
She's amazing. I met her in London, and I was just like, you know, she's like you said, she's done some really big stuff. She's worked with some.
I was looking for the list. I was like, oh, fair enough.
Yeah. She's worked with some amazing people. So to work with her was a bit of an honour, basically. Sure. And she works really closely with Quiz and LaRossi, who produced Bump. Sure. So that's how the connection came about.
Did you so you obviously co-wrote it?
Yeah.
Did you come up with the idea together?
Kind of, like, as in she came up with the bump part of it, and then I came up with like sort of the betrayal part.
The betrayal bit. So, yeah,
you
came up with the dark bit, the darkness. Yeah. And she came up with a nice upbeat melody in the and then you went, right, that's it, bringing it back down into the darkness. That's where it's going to be. So, right, when is it coming out? When's the single coming out?
It's out now.
It's out now. Fantastic. And we can get it on iTunes. You can get it all platforms.
Buy it on iTunes. Yeah.
Fantastic. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
No worries. Okay, that's me done and dusted. Stevie with the one and only Baby Blue.